Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is December 10th, Tuesday. This is Brian Mitchell, your day trading Capitan. Um, Wanted to start off by saying no trades today in the chat. Not much really going on today. It was a little bit choppy, which is okay. I'd rather not lose money than gamble and lose money any day of the week. Do want to point out this is going to be a super quick video. SPY did pretty much exactly what we said it would do in yesterday's video. Remember, I was looking at some sort of a bounce at the 10 simple moving average. We did kind of get that bounce, so this is where we ended the day yesterday. We started the day here, so we did kind of get that bounce, but today showed a lot of relative weakness. Why? I do have a rules of technical analysis, which are in the guidelines that I post constantly in the chat. And when one of these rules are broken, that means that there is relative strength in the market and just blowing past resistances, or relative weakness. Right? So typically when we hit a high time frame support, the daily 10 that we didn't test in 2 weeks, the first touch of a major support or first touch in a while is typically the strongest balance, right? However, that's only when the market's neutral. When the market has no emotion guiding the price action, that's where technicals will work best. Now, when your technicals basically fold, it's because there is fear, panic, bad news, and say goodbye to your supports on the hourly, any time frame below 1 hour, obviously, on the hourly, 4 hours, sometimes daily, sometimes even weekly, depending on how bad the fear selling is, right? But on the flip side, good emotions like euphoria, optimism, hey, this guy got elected, so the market's going to go up. Say goodbye to all your resistances on lower time frames, right? So you have to understand when there is emotion guiding the price action. And again, if you're a technical analysis person, you pretty much have to sit on your hands like I did today, because I'm purely a technicals guy. So no surprise, I didn't really do anything today. But looking back at the price action in hindsight, we literally just broke through on the first test. Typically, we break through on tests, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. The more we test the support, the more likely we are to break it. We typically break through on test 3 to 6. So there were 2 rules that were violated. One, we did not get a strong bounce off a major support. And the second rule that was violated, again, we typically test the support more than once before we break it. Again, when rules are violated, it's because there's relative weakness in the market, or relative strength, but in today's case, relative weakness. So the downtrend continues. We did identify the trend on the 4-hour time frame yesterday. I really didn't expect it to go down this heavy. It did feel a little bit manipulated because of how the price action. Again, sometimes we can step out of relative weakness relatively quickly. But you can see here, we were pretty much choppy the whole day until that last, at the end of the day, flush, and then we went back to flat. So the market has been going flat, dump, flat, or pump, flat, pump, flat. It's moving very, very difficult, giving you extremely small windows of opportunity to catch momentum. I'm anything but a momentum trader, so a lot of people ask, why didn't we catch this? Again, you have to use momentum indicators, and that has to be your strong suit. I am more of a reversal trader, so when we are choppy and we're neither at resistance and we're neither at support, I don't care what it does in the middle. I buy puts at resistance and I buy calls at support, right? So whatever it does here in the middle, I personally don't care. My trading is really simple. I buy calls at support and I buy puts at resistance. Me personally, if a stock's not at either, I don't trade. Again, unless you're trading momentum. If you do trade momentum, do so at your own risk. So today, for a reversal trader like myself, not much really going on. I am still eyeing the 600 level. So the same exact analysis from yesterday. I just kind of expected a little bit more of a bounce. Like I said, be prepared for anything. Tomorrow we could get a lower high. It's a possibility. It's still in a downtrend. So let me just point it out to you. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We could get a lower high tomorrow. I don't know. Even if we don't, that could be a very, very muted lower high, lower low. But where I do really do expect to bounce is again around the 650 level. 650. Same thing with Qs. I do expect some sort of a bounce like today on SPY at the 10 simple moving average. And that would kind of, that's where seller exhaustion would kind of step in, a low RSI, and signal some sort of a, depending on how bad the CPI report is tomorrow. Keep in mind, news will definitely influence, and it can definitely push us back into further relative weakness, or could push us into relative strength. So tomorrow, eyes on how the market feels. Are rules of the technical analysis Bible being violated, or are they not? That's something that, candle by candle, it will show you, all right? I will post this in the description section so that you guys have access to the Technical Analysis Bible. I personally read it every day. And the last thing I will end up with, yesterday we did kind of make an observation, or I did, to you guys, that there is a sloping trend line on the 4 hour that is being respected. Again, this candle to this candle, boom. See how we rejected there, got a candle close here, so bounce, bounce, we got that third bounce, and so far, still holding like a champ, until we start getting a candle close below. See how we wick a little bit below it, but the candle closes above it. So this trend line, for whatever reason, big money and retail alike are respecting this trend line. The next place where it could bounce, if it does come back down, is around the 90, basically 94,000. Now, what I'd like to see again, the more we test the support, boom, the more likely we are to break it, something like this, boom, and then right at 92,000 is I have a mega long on Bitcoin. Now, how does that relate to the stock market, since Trade Algo focuses on equities? MSTR, if you're a fan of trading the equity that basically follows Bitcoin pretty close in tandem, MSTR long when Bitcoin gets to 92,000. Basic 91,965 to be exact, 91,965. But around 92,000, sometimes the market makers don't give me my exact entry, so I tend to get in a little bit beforehand. So 92,000, I'm really eyeing. Just giving you my levels for SPY, 650. Qs around the, what was it? Around 519, and Bitcoin. So whichever one of the three hits tomorrow, I have powder ready to go. Alrighty, friends, that's it from me today. Not much really happened. We'll wait to see what CPI brings tomorrow, pre-market, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a blessed evening.